All right, Steve, ready to crack one open? Wait, you already started ahead of me.
Oh, sorry, Eddie.
All right, there we go. Well, hello, everybody, and happy Sunday. Welcome to Unsealed with Steve and Kate. I am Kate Dillon from Crate Insider, and of course, I'm here with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. Sometimes I try to get him to introduce himself, and he doesn't, so I'm just going to do it for him.
Might as well do it.
Yeah, exactly. And so jumping onto the show here. And I know we're starting an hour later because it's nice outside.
Well, it'll be our new time, I think.
Is this the new time?
Daylight savings, 5:30 rather than 4:30 our time.
Okay, spring ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, it is about the same time. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, great. Tell us about what you're drinking today, Steve?
Pacifico. Good little Mexican beer there.
You know, I do have frozen.
In honor of,
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Biden letting everybody cross the
Oh
fucking
my
border.
God, you had to go there. I knew it.
By the way, did you see him fall up the stairs?
Oh my God, I so did.
It was fucking awesome.
I so did. And then, of course, there was like
The memes. The memes. Oh my God, the memes.
Yeah.
The one Donald Trump Jr. posted with like his dad hitting the golf ball and then smacked him in the back of the head. That was fucking awesome.
You know what? Okay, so I haven't really been on the internet a whole lot, but you know what I'm surprised at is I haven't seen one, or it probably exists, but with Biden walking up the stairs, but maybe with Bernie just kind of sitting there.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You gave me an idea. I can post that tomorrow.
Oh man. So would you say that Biden's fallen down on the job? We're assholes. We really are.
That's
it is
fun.
what it is.
It's all
Yeah.
fun.
It is.
I don't care what you believe politically. We just have a good time with it.
Yeah, but how can you not? I mean, I even saw that on, because I don't really watch like regular TV, but I do watch a lot of the news posts on YouTube. And do you realize that even other networks besides Fox were actually covering that?
Oh yeah, I believe it.
I think ABC and some of the other ones.
So
it was
yeah, I mean,
interesting.
you were like kind of out of the loop this week because you were like where?
I was in Bristol, Tennessee, having the time of my life. Fan freaking tastic event. What an amazing opportunity for dirt racing. I don't care what the haters gonna hate, trolls gonna troll, but
most of the haters probably weren't there. So
well, that's just it. And what I cannot describe to you, I can only get sort of close, is that just the energy, the energy, and sure, people had some bad luck. I mean, as far as in a draw situation, that's going to happen. People have good luck, bad luck.
Everybody knew what they were signing up for when they went there.
I am going to agree with you, but I have to say it was so much better than I would have ever imagined. Like I got there, I didn't really know what was going on. And in case you don't know, I actually set up, I've never ever in my life set up at an outside event for Crate Insider. Yeah, at a racetrack. And so being outside, now going to the trade show, that was my first time in an inside event. But setting up outside, brand spanking new. I mean, I just bought Easy Ups. Oh, I've got to tell you that story. But so I mean,
you fell on your ass too, right?
Well, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I did. That's a whole nother story.
I got like pictures of bruises last night. I was like, I fell on my freaking head at the damn racetrack.
I did. I have like injury. I just have a little hand.
Sorry, I got in a fight with my cat this week. So.
Wow, your cat or your skunk?
My cat.
Wow, yeah, you're pretty tore up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you have a bruise that says...
I do not.
Anyway.
She did not knock me down. She just scratched the fucking shit out of me.
I'll tell that story too. But anyway, I got there and I am fully expecting... I mean, I did pay quite a bit of money to be there and everything. But I was fully expecting to be pretty much treated like garbage. To be
like they do at Charlotte.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really going to throw them under the bus, but exactly like that.
I will. Because I've been there and I've raced there, and they treat everyone like shit.
So. Well, I'll tell you. Got there, and I wasn't exactly sure, but I saw Cody from Dirt Car Lift was already there.
Yep.
And, asked him a little bit about setup, and then a Bristol person came by, and they say, yeah, we've got you right here. And it was easy. I didn't, no hassle at all. But everybody was nothing but nice and kind. Literally zero drama, and was treated completely fine. Like, I mean, going to get my pit pass, I go up to the ticket booth and they had like a little section for vendors. So I go up there and then they bring me over to the other line to like cut the line. And I wasn't trying to cut in front of anybody, but just, I mean, phenomenal. Everybody had plenty of room. You know, of course, there's haulers parked everywhere. Plenty of room. I didn't even make it to the whole thing. Never did see the track, to be perfectly honest. I mean, other than, so being next to Andy at ProFab, he had the TV and had it streaming during the day. So I got to see some of that. Met a lot of great people. For one, I talked to Maggie and Kyle Brown from Harris Racing. You know, I've been doing business with them for a few years.
Yeah, I mean, Harris Race Cars is like...
Yeah, up in Iowa, but Kyle was racing, so went up there and I met them. So that was pretty cool. You know, just, you know, and then the group I was with, so it's me and Daytona One and Dirt Car Lift and Andy from ProFab, and then AFCO's right there too. So Ben and Brian and Rex, and just like we all like cover for each other.
Well, that's good.
We all, you know, it was like it was fantastic.
Well, and everybody knows everybody's products too.
Yeah, you know who else was
we all
there?
deal together, so.
Was Tim from Stars and Stripes. So they set up at the Cars Racing Show. They had the giant booth with all of those fun little things. Yeah. So yeah, I got to say about the tent. I got my tent story, and then we'll actually say hi to some folks. So day one, I'm setting up on Monday.
That's when you didn't fall down, right?
I didn't fall down that day. But I'll tell you what did fall down. So here I've got the van parked, and I've got one of the Easy Up set. I've got both of the Easy Up set up. Now I purposely bought 2 red Easy Ups, and they were purposely like so one person can set them up. That's what it said, right? So I've got these tents set up. I'm trying to like unload and everything. Next thing you know, a giant gust of wind comes, and it comes from underneath the tent. It blows it over the top of the van.
Oh shit.
It is upside down in the parking lot. I think it's pretty much like inside out like an umbrella. And so like Michelle and Cody, they drag it back, and we put it back up and realize like I've broken half the bars. So I mean, we talk about we knew there was going to be carnage at Bristol. Right. Well, the tent was on Monday, and so
tent was day one.
Tent was day one. So what do? I dig into my tool bag, get out the duct tape, and I just got busy.
Hey.
So that is why on the day that it was super rainy, that I collapsed the tents, took off all the canvas things, so that when I went out there on Thursday morning, I had the tables upside down so that they wouldn't blow away. I had the tent, all of that, and that morning is when I was trying to set up the tent, put the canvas pieces back on the tent. When I ran into the leg of the upside down table and just careened over, careened into the concrete, landed on my hip.
We can laugh about it now, or I can laugh about it because I wasn't there.
Yeah. I'm going to tell them about the phone call. I call you. What do? I call you on Friday morning. I was like, dude, like, you need to be here.
Right.
Like, this is seriously, like, you're not here. You are missing out, and
like,
you don't even know.
I couldn't be because of...
Well, I know you could, I know you couldn't be during the week, but I was like, dude, when you get off work, come up here. Like, I mean, I got the booth handled. I don't even need your help.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even need you, but you need to be here because it's going to be so much fun. And so I was bummed that you didn't make it up.
Friday was a bit of a day for me, so.
Oh, did you have? Okay, well, we talked about all of my drama. What kind of day?
It was the 10th anniversary of my dad's death, so.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I had plans to go drink a lot and go home or go drink a little bit, go home, and then drink a lot. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that was my plan for Friday.
Wow. Well, I mean, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there was a lot of drinking involved at Bristol, but honestly, like when I'm out there working the booth and stuff, I mean,
there couldn't be a whole lot because I saw like, what was it, like Wednesday? They're like out there like opening the gate and everybody's like on the track at like 7 o'clock in the morning or some crazy shit.
Oh, that wouldn't be who I'm talking about. I don't want to throw any of my friends under the bus.
No, but I mean, like, literally, they're like on the track at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that vendors were not out in the parking lot at 7 or 8 o'clock.
Well, I would imagine not because, vendors are...
Yeah, we did go to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Y'all are PRI experts.
Oh, yeah, but, I'm like one drink for, like, Pixar didn't happen. That's pretty much who I am, So people are like, how many Bloody Marys do you actually drink? I'm like, one for the picture. That's
one-ish.
One-ish, yeah.
Depending on the day.
That's right. All right. Let's see. Let's catch up with some comments here because we've just been talking.
Oh, yeah.
I see Bruce is here. Chad says, did you guys watch Bristol? Any thoughts? I was there. I mean, actually, I saw some of it on the TV. I just think it was a phenomenal opportunity, and you just never know when, what something can turn into.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of people that said, man, if they do this again next year, we'll be back.
Right.
It was, it's now there's a couple of challenges I would say that are very unique to 2021. Is so if you guys have race cars, just letting you know, it's always back order season right now. From mid-February until the first part of April, we have any number of parts that are on back order.
Well, now
it's
gotten ridiculous actually right
well,
now. So
it's next level because of broken supply chains, and that's why pretty much like I talked to some other manufacturers that weren't there, and that's why they couldn't make it. I mean, obviously,
Right.
I mean, not that you would need to set up a booth, but
well, I mean, even
could've been there.
now with GM, I can't get fucking 604 rings.
right, yeah, I know.
I mean, good God, I had a engine builder buddy of mine call me the other day. He's like, "You got any rings?" I'm like, "No." It's like, "Who do you think does?" I'm like, give him a phone number to Tim Bland at Newsom. And he's like, "No, he doesn't have any rings either." But I found 2 sets at Speedway Motors online. So
wow, Speedway for the win.
Yeah, he bought them at freaking full list price
Yeah.
from Speed. Oh, there's the damn kitty.
Pippi missed me a lot.
He missed.
Yeah, he missed me enough to like.
you
Really,
doing,
we are not
jackass?
going to do butt in front of the camera, Pippi. Come on, let's not do that. Come on, there we go. It's Pippi doing Pippi things.
You've
Pippi
been gone a
missed me.
week, so he.
I know,
Oh,
he really missed me.
What you
I mean,
doing,
he
buddy?
came in and he's just like screaming at me.
Come here.
All right, so we got a question
Oh,
for
God
you here,
damn it.
Steve.
All right.
I'll get you a paper towel, but the
Yeah.
question is from Steve Peden, if you remember from the crate,
I
class.
have no idea who that dude is.
Anyway, he says, since money doesn't move motors to the front of the line, how about half off drafts at Applebee's in Tennessee?
Oh fuck. Yeah, that could be a thing actually. Yeah, that could actually result in a thing.
Well,
It
it really can't, because
Well,
all right,
no. I mean, here's what happened. All right, so I posted on my own personal page, and I actually tagged my business page the other night because I get a little bit exhausted with people who call me and say, "Hey, I need this," and I'm like, "Well, I can't provide you this for X amount of time
like I'm 10 weeks out.
because I'm so busy and there's a lot of people in front of you." And then they're like, "Well, what if I give you, X amount of money to like put me in the front of the line?" And I just don't do that.
Yeah, that's good.
So I had to make a post.
I saw it.
Was it Tuesday night? Yeah, probably Tuesday night. And it's true. I mean, I just don't do it. I don't play that game. So
Yeah.
sorry. I mean,
All right, now we got another question here. So Brody says, will an exhaust leak make it pop while idling? And,
Yes.
And what gaskets do you recommend?
an exhaust. Yeah, because what you're getting is like air in there, so it'll make it pop. Dynatech probably makes the best gasket, honestly.
Yeah, so that's why I sell those.
Dynatech, who used to make
For 604s anyway.
headers for us back in the day, and our anti-reversion stuff, they make a really good gasket for a 604.
Available on crateinsider.com.
Well,
Yeah.
there's that. They come with bolts too.
They
so.
do. So something that we will be listing this week is I've got some header bolts from Profab. So I will have those.
Well, if they'll ever come out with their freaking gasket.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a
It's a thing.
Yeah, Bruce says it was awesome racing. I thought it was. Anything that I saw, it was. What I loved is that you had the racers out there just full out. I mean, giving everything they had.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they didn't just win it in qualifying.
Right.
They had to actually race for it.
Yeah.
And good. Yep. Yay. I know that's some tough breaks, but.
Well, I mean, it's part of the game.
Well, why have a race car if you don't want to race it? You just want to lead the parade.
You go to the casino. What are you taking? You're taking what you're willing to lose, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Absolutely. All right. Sean says, what fuel is best for a 602?
It depends on your rules. I would need to see those, and I would be able to give you a much better answer to that question. Or, I mean, obviously methanol, if you can run methanol.
I don't know of a 602 class that can run methanol, though. Even in IMCA.
Really?
Really.
Okay. I don't know.
Right.
I honestly don't know. So I would say either E85 or like something like CHP.
All right. We see Chad says, the big question, did he have his gloves on? LOL. I was actually just telling Steve about the Hornet race.
I had no clue about that because I don't give two shits about that class, but Kate was like telling me about it, and
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of funny to me because I honestly figured they'd kill one of them dudes up there, but
they didn't. I think
But they
everybody
didn't.
lived. A couple of people ended up in the hospital.
well, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. And then there was, anyway, there's stuff. All right, Christopher says hello from Monterey, California.
Yay! Right across space.
And he also
from where
said
I used
Biden
to live.
fell down. So yeah, he almost had to hit his life alert. I'm falling and I can't get up. My God. Okay, that's totally going to age us. But that
Yeah.
commercial played
fallen
on
and I can't get up.
replay,
Exactly.
like during the 80s.
Well,
when we were
that
kids.
and like, where's the beef?
Oh, right up there.
It's
Yeah.
like the two of those.
Jerry says hi, and Brian says hi. Jeremiah says, hey, headed back to Iowa today. Saw Jeremiah Reed over the weekend. He and his wife. Awesome seeing them. He hooked me up with the Jeremiah Reed.
Is
racing.
Iowa a place? Like nobody really knows.
Are you an ass?
No, I mean,
It is a place.
Nobody knows. I mean, like, I don't know where it's at.
No, okay.
I'm fucking with you.
I know, it's right in the middle. No, but okay, so I got to tell you this, though. So, I grew up mostly in Iowa.
You were,
Right,
yeah, I know.
which is where my
That's why I'm,
accent
like,
comes from.
Curious
And
if it's a place.
it's sort of I know. I mean, I know you've dated a lot of crazy women, but I didn't come from Fantasyland.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm legit.
So it is
anyway,
a place.
It is a place.
Okay.
But it was funny, though. So when I left, like, Minnesota, and people would ask me where I was from, because I just was there for a couple of years, mostly grew up in Iowa, and I traveled the country for 5 years, I was a salesman, traveling salesman, because that's a thing.
Right.
And I tell
Apparently
people...
that's the thing, too.
That's the thing.
That
It's
does
a thing.
exist.
It exists. Back in the day, it did.
So you were, like, knocking on doors?
And I
of,
just
like,
walk
random
into-
people in a neighborhood?
No, I'd walk into businesses. I really did just do
okay.
businesses.
All right.
But I'd go in there and they'd say, where are you from? And I'd say, Iowa. Like, oh, where potatoes are. Right?
The wrong eye?
Wrong eye. And then what happens later in my life, I moved to Idaho, where they actually do grow potatoes. And I tell people, oh, yeah, I'm here from Idaho. I live in Idaho. Oh, yeah, they got a lot of corn there, right? Like, oh, my God. Geography people. My gosh. Yeah, so they always got Idaho and Iowa mixed
Well, I'm glad
up.
to know Iowa exists.
It does. And you know what?
We've learned something here today.
I think you should ask Dave Hammond.
Well, yeah.
Dave
I
will
mean,
put the smack down.
fucking
on you.
Mr. Staples.
I would really miss seeing Dave didn't get his car done in time,
Yeah.
and I'm sure his shop is just absolutely overwhelmed.
Right.
But hey, if you're watching, I definitely I sold out of the caster camber gauges that I brought with me, and people were asking me about chassis setup plates.
Yeah.
So yeah. it
And
was
if
good.
Dave's watching, dude, I'm very unhappy that I'm having to peel fucking stickers off of tops. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. I'll have a chat with him. Okay. All right. Let's see. Albert says, I moved up to the 602 class and good pointers on do and do not on motors. Albert, I'm going to kind of address this a little bit. I think if you're moving up to the 602 class, especially if you're in a late model. If you're in a modified, maybe it's going to be different. But I'm going to recommend this for anybody who's in a crate late model of any kind. Is really so many of the tips and tricks are in the chassis and the setup. And definitely check out the RaceLogic chassis school. So racelogic.vip.
Yeah,
There's so much to learn. And then as far as on motors,
Go to my Facebook page
yeah, you've got your recommendations.
and look at the recommendation. I have not updated it for this year, but honestly, there's not a lot that's going to
No,
change.
and if it had changed a bunch, I would have changed it up.
Yeah.
It's also on Crate Insider and the tech tips.
Yeah.
And really, if you are trying to shop for stuff, I mean, I know a lot of people look at my stuff and they might shop elsewhere, but there's a reason why there's only 2 spark plugs that we sell. There's a reason why we only sell certain front drive systems
And oils and
and
everything
oils,
else.
all of that. Absolutely. All right. Steve Peden did say, I knew it. He knew that you could be bought with beer.
I am a fucking whore to be, I mean, like.
Well, yeah, and? All right, Mark says, hey, y'all, from Memphis. Any news on spark plugs? Sometime back, there was likely texting going on. Thanks. I mean, we're still at the NGKs and the...
Yeah, I mean, I've got a little bit of stuff going on with, like, the E85 deal right now. But it's nothing that I want to release at the moment because I still need to, like, get... I'm trying to, like, make a package.
Okay.
And until I'm, like, 100% confident in that package, I don't want to say anything else. But, yeah, there's some gains with spark plugs that are other than what we normally recommend.
Mm-hmm. Can I just put that on the website as Steve's package?
Yeah. Steve's going to release a big package at some point.
Oh, man. Kale says, hi. What's up? Jerry says, question for Steve. I added Daytona 1 to engine after engine ran, got to 180. Mm-hmm. I checked valve lash, and there was a white, slick, oily residue on the rockers and inside of the valve cover. White,
slick, oily is going to be, what kind of fuel you run?
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to go down.
I mean, it sounds to me like you're on E85 or methanol.
Okay.
Because normally white slick means that you've got condensation. Or it could be water condensation.
Okay. So what do I want to do? Is it harmful or anything? Or?
No. I mean, it evaporates. Mm-hmm. So, but it sounds to me like you've got like methanol or you got E85 or something like that, and you're going to get a white slick residue because evaporation goes up, where does it settle? In the valve train. So.
Okay. Well, everything rises. Yeah. All right. Alan's hello from Minnesota. I'm going to tell you, I lived there too. Minnesota is also
another
a place.
That is a place. Yeah, Minnesota is.
Roy's
Land of
here.
1,000 lakes, right?
10,000, dude.
10,000 lakes.
Yeah, add a zero. Sometimes a zero matters.
Like a lot of fucking lakes in
Minnesota. Yeah, well, but also, if you even just have a puddle that stays more than a day or two, as long as you name it, it's a lake.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's where they get 10,000 lakes.
Yeah. Roy is here. Of course, I was on his podcast a couple weeks ago. That was really enjoyable. On the bar discussion. That was great. Danny says, hi. With the cost of fuels going up, it affects a bunch of smaller teams. Is that something that restricts building horsepower? I mean, with the cost of fuels, let's talk about it. I mean, one of the fuels you recommend is E85.
Well, yeah.
And E85 is going to be a lot cheaper than others.
Always cheaper than race gas. Mm-hmm. If it's legal for you to run.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't quite get the question, but...
Well, he's saying with the cost of fuel going up, it affects a bunch of the smaller teams. Is that something that restricts building horsepower? So, if you can't spend big money on fuel...
It does, because if you're having to go buy pump gas for, I don't know, $3 fucking a gallon, because it went up $1 a gallon since January. If you have to go buy pump gas and you're competing against somebody that can run, like, I'm going to say CHP, then yeah, I mean, you're at a disadvantage. Well,
and maybe let's talk about, and maybe you've got some suggestions. If a person is trying to control their budget, where is the place to cut and where's the place to spend? Just kind of overall.
I mean, like, engine-wise, I mean, essentially, let's say all engines, like 602, 604s, whatever, they're all the same. Mm-hmm. So the place you don't cut is in the exhaust system and the fuel.
Okay. This is all about air and fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe really double down on your maintenance program as well.
Well, I mean, there's other places you don't cut, like throughout the race car.
Right.
I mean, what I've found is you want everything REM polished. You want, this is all chassis and stuff that we do, but you want everything REM polished. You want everything, the lightest weight oil you can get away with running in the transmission or in the rear end. And
ooh, I got something for you on that. Well, here's something I learned this week. Because, of course, I spent a lot of time with Buck and Michelle from Daytona 1. Yep. Well, obviously I knew we had a break-in oil.
Yeah.
And I knew that we had the 540 that was a semi-synthetic.
Oh, we got the badass shit, which is the 540.
The 540, full synthetic, super badass. Like Mobile One would be a class 3 base
It's
stock,
better than
and
quads.
this is a class 4. I actually answered a question on an email where people are like, well, why are you saying run a 1040 Klotz when why not a 2050?
Right.
And I was like, well, actually, we don't even recommend that anymore. We're recommending a 540.
Right.
So, really good.
Well, like what a lot of people don't understand though is like the whole 2050 is like it pours like a 20 weight, but when the engine's up to temperature, it runs like a 50 weight.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well,
and also
it's sludge.
like from what I've learned from Buck over the years is like everybody rates your shit differently.
Yeah.
So there's this giant scale of what you can call a 1030 or a 1040 or a 1550 or whatever. There's this giant scale, and everybody rates the shit differently.
Well, and not only that,
So it's very deceiving.
The machine that's used for that is from like the 1800s or
Right.
something. I think I read that on VP Fuels.
It's like ridiculous.
VP Racing Fuels read it on theirs. Oh my God, this is a funny one. KL says, Kate Hendren has a good ring to it. Just saying, Steve. No.
No. I'll just say no.
All right. Michael says, first practice last night with our new Hendren 604 ran flawless. Flawless, Steve. Flawless. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everyone keeps asking if we move McKenna up to limited because of the way that bad boy sounds. Hey, Michael, I'm so happy to hear that for you. That's exciting.
Nelms, right?
Nelms, yeah?
Yep. Awesome. That's so freaking awesome. They dynoed at the shop on Friday, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I do have coasters for your use.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Don't be so bitchy about it. But
Hey, I was just offering.
that's why there will never be a
Yeah, no.
thing.
No.
There's a coaster there.
Hard to know.
asshole.
Hey, would you care for a coaster? In other words, you're going to use a coaster on my wooden table, dang it.
Right.
All right, David
No,
Shear.
that's awesome. I mean, they came to shop. They
Congratulations.
came to shop Friday, and we dynoed and everything. And I told her when she left, no excuses.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
yep, there you go.
Good. All right, David Sears says hello from southeast Wisconsin. All right, Roy, and Roy's in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
He said, is 2050 good in an open motor on race gas? It's a 131 2-1 compression.
13-1.
Well, I don't know. I was just reading. 13
It's probably gonna
to 13 and a half to 1.
It's gonna be 13.5-1. Yeah.
Sorry, not my
It's
wheelhouse.
kind of a weird way to write it, but yeah, it's 13.5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
I mean, most race engines will have the bearing clearance for the 2050. So,
All right, Mark says, okay, talk oil. Best to run with no cost concerns. So if we're not talking about cost.
Daytona 1.
Yep. And I'm going to go with that.
And I'm not saying that because I'm great buddies with Buck. I'm just telling everybody straight out. The best shit on the market right now is the Daytona 1.
Well, and, and also to kick it off, though.
Because he makes it for people I can't tell you he makes it for.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
Well, and you've dyno tested it.
Well, you've dyno tested it, and the 15. Well, I can say he made the 1540 for Mazda,
Yeah.
like the racing stuff. Mm-hmm. But some of the other stuff that he makes, like the gear oils and everything else, I can't tell you who he makes it for because he rebrands it under a different name and it gets sold. I'm just gonna say in Europe.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Take that for what you will.
Now, but here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. I mean, because you are so tight, you are so close to all of it, and you've helped.
Yeah.
You've helped manufacturers with your chassis dyno, with developing many different oils.
Correct.
And I will say that we have asked for years. We have asked for crate specific oil because
From many different manufacturers.
just because it's a Chevy 350 and it'll work on all the Chevys, you know, people want to say like, oh, well, it's a late model, so it'll work in a crate. Well,
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it does and maybe it doesn't. You know, we've got what we've got. And, you know, nobody else has really well, they've stepped up and they've tried to test with you, but they
Yes.
wouldn't take the next level and put it on the label.
Right.
And now, Buck put
Somebody
it
actually did.
on the label.
Absolutely.
That's what it was made for.
And that's what he built it for.
Yes.
And one of the cool things about Buck is you can say, I can call Buck today. I mean, I can get on the phone right now and put it on speakerphone and everybody listen. And be, Buck, I got this idea. I want this kind of oil for this or that. And he'll build it for this or that.
Well, that's how we have RHO,
Right.
which is the racing hub oil.
Yeah.
That's how we have
Absolutely.
hub oil. It said, you know, hey, Buck, people are asking what's the best hub oil to use in these oil-filled hubs. And what did he do?
Right.
He's like, okay, Kate, what color do you want?
Yeah. Blue.
He's like, how about blue? I was like, I don't know. Is that a thing? All right.
But no, I mean, it's like one of the few people I can actually deal with directly, oil company wise. And he's not a freaking, you know.
He's more additive.
He's not a Mobile One. He's not like whatever other big oil company. He's a small oil company. But this is somebody I can deal with and talk to and say, this is what I want, and he'll make it.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And then he'll call me and say, hey, I got this idea, which he did last week or week before last. He's like, hey, I got this idea. What do you think of this? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
You know?
Or you'll be like,
Well, I mean, but I'm not the only, I mean, he's got several people he deals with who he trusts to give him feedback.
Yes.
I'm just one of, I'm going to say 10. I don't know. There might be fucking 50. But one of 10 who's going to tell him my opinion, and he'll take it from there and run with it.
Yep.
And the one thing I can tell you about his product is he does not release anything to the public that doesn't work.
Well, because not only does he test it, he normally prototypes it for a
He
year.
makes freaking glass cleaner, for Christ's sake.
And it's
that
amazing.
works.
It's amazing.
I mean,
well, and here's the other thing about that glass cleaner is not only does it clean glass, but it also doesn't scratch plexiglass.
Exactly, which is awesome for your fucking helmet. So, like,
Awesome for your helmet. You know, any of our asphalt racers
Right.
using it on their windshields.
Absolutely.
You know, so the plexiglass or Lexan.
Yep.
Because ammonia, actually I learned this when I was many years ago. Ammonia is an abrasive. So any of your glass cleaners that have an ammonia in them, they're going to create a haze over
they're
time.
gonna
It's like
deteriorate,
little
yeah.
micro.
Correct.
It's like little micro abrasives in it.
But
and that's
at
what
any
I want.
rate, I mean, he's like one of the few people I can actually talk to and have a conversation. And, I mean, this dude's like literally in the NASA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, NASA Technology Hall of Fame for designing a lubricant for the trawler that takes the space shuttle from the hangar
Correct.
out to the.
So
to the
he's
launch
literally
pad.
in the NASA Hall of Fame, but I can talk to him on the level that we're talking right now,
Yeah, and hang out.
which is amazing.
He's amazing. Yep, absolutely.
One of my favorite people in the world.
Me too. Steve is back again. He says, with Biden in office, all we can afford is pump gas E85. Gonna need Steve to make max power with that. So should we go with like challenge accepted? Are you gonna be challenge accepted?
No, we're going to cheat the fuck out of fuel is what we're going to
Oh
do.
my god!
Oh, wait, shit. I just said that.
What?
Oh, sorry.
What?
Yeah, we used to do that like 5 years ago. It was kind of all the rage.
And then they made a fuel that was your.
If you want to cheat your fuel up, put M5 methanol from VP in anything.
La la la.
Just be on the dyno, and you're gonna be the king.
Okay,
Trust
he
me.
has been drinking. That can also go really badly, so you got to be very, very,
I'm just
very
being
careful.
honest.
Yeah. All right. Mark and Dustin says hi. Mark says, to go with the D1 604 oil, what filter? We're gonna go with the Wix 51061R.
Yeah, I mean that's
Mm-hmm.
my standard go-to. I mean, Wix is the only oil filter I'll use. Frams suck shit. So
Oh, and here's the other thing that's exciting. Of course, we've been selling the Daytona 1 XL1 engine treatment for years and years and years.
and don't use those stupid. What are they? God damn it.
I just want to say the XL1 engine treatment is already built into the oil, so you don't have to buy
Right.
that.
Yeah. I mean, what's that fucking piece of shit filter?
I don't know.
What's the air filter that people? Oh, the Canon. Do not use that piece of shit fucking Canon goddamn oil filter. That thing is a pile of crap.
And
So-
and once again, I wish you would just share your feelings more readily.
Oh, I mean, that's how I roll.
I will keep dropping your questions in. And so tell me, Steve, do I want to ask the question about how your week was?
My week was insane, followed by, like, towards the end of the week, like, a bunch of news about how, like, all sorts of shit's on back order from GM right now. So, we're
Any updates? Do we know what's going on?
Fuck if I know. I don't even know if anybody knows what's going on.
I
don't know if GM knows what's going on, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it's turned into a total freaking cluster. Like I said earlier, I can't even get freaking 604 rings right now. I got 3 sets, and I got 15 fucking engines to build. Or rebuild. You know?
Yeah.
And they're saying, like, middle of April, maybe.
Well, I mean, at one point, I mean, if somebody calls and asks me, you know, hey, like, I want this thing that I don't have on the shelf, and they ask me how long, and I ask my supplier, and we think it's going to be like 3 weeks. And I tell my customer that.
Yeah.
But my information is based on my supplier's information,
right,
which is based on their supplier's information for the resources.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's like a front drive. Well, if they can't get aluminum because the aluminum is back ordered forever,
right,
then whatever. I mean, there's backups along the way. And there's so many people involved.
Here's one thing that I can tell you, and I will definitely promote this. Right now, if you call Friesen Chevrolet in Nebraska, and you want a 604, you can buy a 604 from Friesen. It's going to come with a distributor in it. It's going to be dynoed. You're not going to pay, like, you know, bare engine price for it, but they have them.
Does Al have 602s as well?
He has 604s.
He doesn't have 602s, does he?
I don't know about that, but I can tell you right now he's got 604s.
Dang it. Okay.
So, Friesen Chevrolet in Nebraska, if you're looking for a 604 and you need one, like, out of the box kind of deal, but it's been dynoed, it's got a distributor in it, it's got whatever else that they do to them, they're available.
Yeah, he usually dynos them. They've got IMCA seals.
Yep.
They'll have distributor and wires.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're available, like, right now, like that.
Good to know. Good to know,
Yep.
for sure. All right, Steve says this podcast isn't all about Hendren. Thanks to Kate, too. Thanks to Kate's tips, we were able to get a big sponsor. Yay!
Oh, awesome.
Yay!
That's pretty badass.
I love that. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's totally badass.
Well, you know, it's that and bringing racing to more people and bringing more people into racing is how we all move forward.
Absolutely.
So congratulations, Steve. I'm so excited for you.
Yep.
Fantastic.
100%.
And
here
Pippi
comes
is
the
back.
kitty.
Guest star Pippi. That was Pippi's tail. That was anybody who's watching on video. Come on, Pippi. Come here. Come here.
What are you doing, you?
Oh my
Crazy ass
goodness.
cat.
Yes, he is. He's a wild man.
Yeah, he does not want to be like.
He doesn't, but he does.
Corralled.
He does. He doesn't, but he does.
Yeah.
So, hey, what are you doing? He gets lots of kisses. He was like so. He came down the stairs when I got home last night. Yeah. And then today I ran out and did a couple of errands. My Fitbit was also a casualty of the week. Although it really wasn't its fault. It's like, I don't know, maybe I caught it enough times that...
Is that when you fell on your face?
No. It actually didn't break. But what happened was I stripped out like the side where the armband. I don't know if I just caught it enough times and like it was because it still works, but it.
So
it can't put on my wrist.
how many steps are you doing a day up there?
12,000 until they broke my Fitbit, and then I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So it was about 12,000, and you know I didn't go far. I mean,
it's not a lot. I mean, like.
Well, it is a lot for me. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, like fucking PRI.
It's about 14 to 15.
Yeah, exactly.
14 to 15. But really, all I had to, I mean, I loved where I was located. It was great. It was enough like breathing room.
Yeah.
And then they had restrooms, like actual, real, physical building restrooms, because you know how I am about that.
Right.
Up on the hill. So I jump onto my pit bike because it didn't matter. Like the things that had to go: tables, tents, and pit bike, must-haves. Like, and then I was gonna figure out whatever race parts. I could. So sales were great. I sold a lot of receivers, I'll say this week. A lot of receivers, a lot of flat bases, all-gear bump stops, race fans.
By the way,
lots of race fans.
Back to the whole 604 deal.
Sure, yeah.
Al's got them for, I don't know what the price is on them.
Okay.
Because I bought one from him Friday.
Okay.
But I don't know what, like, the whole, you know, with the distributor and all that stuff, but he, it's like $150 shipping. So.
Yeah, he does a flat rate.
And it's been dynoed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you know that...
It's not gonna like be all explodey the first time you run it.
Yeah, so at least it's kind of like not going to blow up in hot laps.
But I really wanted to promote them today because he helped me out, and
Al has always been
help
amazing. Al Walters has always been amazing to work with.
Yep.
So, and if you do need Friesen, and you need to get a hold of him, the best way, because I've worked with Al for years, just find the Friesen Racing website on Facebook, and you can send a message, and it'll shoot you back an automatic message with Al Walters. For any questions, please call Al Walters, and it'll give you his. It's Friesen Performance is what you're looking for, and it'll shoot you back his phone number. So
and they're also in one of those states that I don't really know if it exists or not.
Well, okay.
You were there, but I mean.
Yes, I was there in Nebraska with your son as a witness.
Yeah, right.
That Nebraska also exists. Man, no wonder. I mean, if all you're going to do is like sit home, no wonder you don't know that there are other places that exist.
Well, I mean, there's that. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I think Texas exists because when you moved from California to North Carolina, you drove through Texas for about 25 hours.
3 fucking times. Came out here, went back, came out here again. 3 fucking times through the state of Texas.
It's a big state.
Good God Almighty.
Hey, Gary says, good looking haircut.
Oh, thank you.
So I don't know if that's you or if it's me with my...
Well, it's me. Because, I like...
Hey, I had probably an inch cut off of my...
I went to Jennifer's dad on Thursday.
The barbershop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the barbershop and like, all right, dude, like the last time I got cut, it was like a bit long or a bit short up top. So just leave the top, blend the sides, and we're good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jennifer's dad cut my hair the other day.
Yeah.
Our friend Jennifer.
Justin says, great info on the engine availability. Nice to meet you this week. Yes, you too, Justin. Absolutely. Yeah, I met lots of people this week. It was fantastic.
Fucking Peden's like private messaging me now.
Wow. Steve, that's a really dangerous thing to be doing during the live show. Just saying. Yeah. Is he trying to bribe you?
Oh my God.
Are you going to share with the class?
I can't.
All right, let me ask you. All right. I think I'm almost ready for another beverage.
I cannot fucking share this. God
Okay.
damn it, I wish I could. Because this is getting you kicked off Facebook.
Well, you know my deal. You know my deal. You know my rule. You can say whatever you want as long as you're not going to get us kicked off Facebook.
There's no way I can fucking... I can't even...
Okay, you got to put your phone down. Put your phone down.
I'll let you read it.
Oh my God, no.
I still want to say that though.
Well, actually we could. We could, but we take it back a notch.
Yeah, fuck. God damn it. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, no, we can't. No, I'll get kicked off of Facebook. All right, it's okay.
Fuck,
it's
that's
okay.
funny. Oh my God. Oh, you made my fucking day.
Oh, yeah. There we go. And Gary says, sorry, Kate. He had complimented you on your haircut, so it clearly wasn't for me. He's like, sorry, Kate.
Exactly, see? But you got your hair colored, right?
I did. I kind of got a whole
Something
thing
other
that
than
I'm...
gray?
Oh my God, I'm going to murder you. Oh my gosh, I can probably get that kicked off of Facebook for that too, but... Yeah, I mean, people thought I was going blonde. It was just really light in the pictures, and I told my stylist that she could share it.
You don't randomly go blonde, though.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, just saying.
Well, okay. Yeah, no.
God
no.
damn it, I'm sorry, I'm still fucking stuck on Peden's fucking...
Yeah, because look
PM
at you not being able to focus and be on the podcast.
Exactly.
Here. So, yeah, what else you got? I mean, I haven't seen you since... Well, I saw you Monday morning when I finished packing the van all the way. Because I'm so excited about the new van. I really am. It's such a huge accomplishment.
Did you post a picture of it?
I did. Well, on my Instagram.
Okay, all right.
And then I did went on the pit bike. had my phone, and then Facebook was being weird, and I thought I was doing vertical video. Later
You could
on,
have
I
taken
realized
more
it
shit
wasn't.
to sell if you'd have left the pit bike at home.
Yeah, I'm not going to Bristol
Without
without
a
my
pit
pit
bike.
bike.
Right.
No, nah, not gonna happen. Taking the pit bike. I can find smaller things with higher price points.
Was Andy at Profab riding bitch on the back of the pit bike while you were like riding around?
No, I don't know if he even rode mine, but I definitely like offered my pit bike to anyone around us that would want to.
I can see like you riding around and Andy riding bitch.
Yeah, I don't know that my pit bike could do that. Yeah, I don't think my pit bike could do that. A lot of people wanted a pit bike though.
I would imagine.
Yeah, they wanted to buy mine. I was like, no, not selling my pit bike. I love my pit bike. I love it so much. It should have a name. I think oh my gosh, did you see Neil from Hooker Harness? He had his Wrapped.
Did he?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God, you totally have to look. So Neil
Yeah,
McPhillips, so he bought a Burmax
Yeah, I
pit
know
bike
he did,
from me
yeah.
at the racing trade show, Cars Racing Show, and it just had it wrapped. It looks phenomenal.
Really?
Yes, it does. Of course, people are asking him like, "Hey, do they make those, for a man?" Things like that. But I'll tell you what.
probably
You know what?
what I'd
While
say,
your
but-
happy ass is over there walking, I've already been there and come back and taken notes. So you know what? Bite me. I love my pit bike.
Well, like one of the funniest things you'll see in our hometown here is like, probably about another month or so when it's about 80 degrees. Mm-hmm. You'll see Kate riding through town
Yes, I will.
on the fucking pit bike.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm so glad at is because we go to this restaurant called the Copper Penny, and so the servers there have said, yeah, we've actually had people ask if like maybe you had a DUI or something, because we're like in North Carolina, so you can ride a moped.
You can ride a moped after DUI.
And so the servers have stuck up for me and said, no, I mean she has a car. We've seen her drive a car. So I ride it on the sidewalks, but I can't even make like noises because it's lithium battery. It's not
Right.
gas, so it makes no noise. It's like, I suppose it's like a Tesla.
All right, I'm about ready to go eat.
Yeah, I am too.
'Cause we're gonna go
It's
to-
probably
we're-
been like about almost an hour.
We are
we
gonna-
got a question though.
Okay,
All right.
right.
All right. So Steve did say no, don't say it.
Yeah.
And then Dan says, "What's your opinion about running 93 octane pump gas in a 602 crate versus Sunoco 98 racing fuel?" So, 93 octane pump gas versus Sunoco 98 in a 602.
I would prefer the 98, honestly, because pump gas you never get a true consistency to it.
Well, the problem there is
So-
moisture in the tanks.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're talking about a true pump gas,
I mean, if you're gonna buy a barrel of 98 versus like however many jugs of freaking 93 pump gas, definitely run the 98.
yeah.
I mean, because you get no consistency to pump gas.
Well,
Because you got water contamination. They can go up to 10% ethanol content
without telling you.
without telling you. Well, I mean, they'll put it on the pump, but
Like, may contain ethanol, does not tell you.
But I've seen 15% and I've seen 5%. So the difference, that's a big fucking variation is what I'm getting at. So, yeah, run the 98.
Well, and I would say I've also heard that tip too. I mean, even in your passenger car, if you ever see a gas station that has the pump trucks outside of the gas station, just like keep driving.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is when they pump that fuel in, it's just really going to release like any of the mud or sludge or anything else.
Well, there's
that
no
is-
mud or sludge.
Well,
but
whatever,
It's gonna
the
be,
sludge, whatever's crap.
It's going to be condensation, so
Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever's terrible,
you're going to have water.
it's going to push it back up.
Right.
And mix it in. All right. Cameron says, oh, and I did see Cameron this weekend. Cameron Goldsworth,
Cool.
yes. Says, hey, Kate, it was great seeing you.
Did he get hit in the head by a wheel?
No, he did not.
That's fucking awesome.
He said it was great to see you this past weekend. It was an awesome show. And in the crate Insider van looks absolutely
There you go.
awesome. Yes,
Sweet.
I love my Crate Insider van. Darren says just purchased the Race Logic IMCA stock car school, about to get educated. Darren, I think you're really going to enjoy it. I am so proud of
I didn't
of
go.
being
I didn't go to
involved.
that, but I think that was. I mean, like the event I was involved with was a late model deal. Mm-hmm. But I think that was fucking gold.
Well,
So-
you had like Mike Nichols, very organized, very matter of fact, sharing his secrets. He has won more IMCA championships than any other IMCA stock car driver, and really laying it out there. Because that guy races like, I don't know, 50 times a year or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really good. David says it's 10%. I have seen it at the gas station by me. So at 10% methanol. Or
Okay,
ethanol.
well, I mean, but you have to test it at the pump.
Yeah.
If you don't test it, you don't know what it is.
It just says it could be up to, and you just don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've literally seen where it says 10% on the pump here,
Yeah.
where it's 5% or 15%.
And I've also
And
replaced,
10%.
I've had to replace pieces of my fuel system in my Toyota because of that. Because the ethanol burned through the stuff on my fuel system.
Burn through the fucking matrix.
It did.
Oh my
And
God.
that was not covered by my lifetime powertrain. So yeah, I had to pay for that.
All right, I'm ready for food.
Okay. All right. Hey. All right. We just got a couple.
All right.
Cameron says no, but he did not get hit in the head. But he says no, but my tires worked perfectly on the 10 of Joyner. So
All right, there you go.
He's working with the hunk
Right,
front.
right.
I actually talked to Josh while we were there, and we might be doing something.
Yep.
And Cameron did say he wishes you were there. So
Oh wow.
everybody missed you.
I just couldn't be there,
Yeah, I understand.
and I really, honestly, didn't want to go. So.
Dude, you're like a turtle.
It was just the wrong fucking week.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for you. I get it. I get it. Hey, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for watching our show. If you like this show, feel free to share it. Drop in comments, and tag your friends. All of, like, literally all the things. And, we love doing the show. It's so much fun. And we're here to really answer your questions and have a good time on
Hopefully
a
it'll be
Sunday
like
afternoon.
nice out here in another week or two, and then
Yeah.
we'll be like do it outside, and, like hang out and fucking
We'll
grill.
totally do
and-
that. Well,
yeah.
and we also have an opportunity. We'll have the other Airbnb townhouse that we can go.
Oh, there's
and-
that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just been too lazy since I got home at 11 o'clock last night to go.
Didn't
take
evil
pictures.
assistant Tori like put together furniture and like
No, I mean,
what? Is there like a ghost here or something?
yeah, that's a whole nother story. We'll tell it next week because otherwise you're gonna be like hungry by the time I end up
Right,
telling that
okay,
story.
okay.
So yeah, ask me next week about that.
But there's a ghost here, and
Apparently so.
and she fucking put together furniture.
She didn't put anything together, but she conned the plumbers into moving furniture for her.
Well, I mean,
The student has become the master.
Tori conning any man into doing something is not a big deal, but
No, because she's freaking adorable. I
Exactly.
love Tori. All right, well, thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And I'll be back on Tuesday for Top 5 Tuesday. And, of course, we'll be back next Sunday. I think we're going to be
5:30.
5:30.
5:30 is the new time.
New time. Same day, different time.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at 5:30 next Sunday.
Same bat time, new bat channel.
Same bat channel.
new bat time.
New bat time. Yeah,
there you
there we go. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good week.
Later.